In a quiet corner of the sleepless city stood Ella's sanctuary, a weathered, ivy-clad apartment on the 3rd floor, aglow with the fading light of a desk lamp. Rain hushed the world beyond her window, tracing silvery rivulets across moody glass. Inside, shadows lay in gentle folds, hugging well-loved books, a chipped blue teacup, and the loyal clock ticking comforts through the midnight hush. The city outside pulsed faintly, distant tires splashing, the hum of hidden lives. For as long as Ella could remember, this little room had been her safe harbor, a pocket of warmth and quiet, even as the world spun in cold teal outside. Tonight, as she read beside the lamplight, a sound drifted through the air, a delicate chime, clear yet strange, threading through the storm. It was not her clock, not the wind, nor the city's familiar din. She set her book aside, heart beating steadily, curiosity flickering where fear might live. What secret could call so gently in midnight's rain? She padded across chilled wooden floors, pale moon rippling in through the curtains, and paused at the old door where the sound seemed loudest. Her fingers brushed brass, cool, familiar. Again, the chime, soft as a lullaby, but insistent, a call threading through both storm and sleep. Ella's eyes scanned the hallway, shadows pressed close, the glow of a flickering streetlight painting shifting patterns on peeling wallpaper. She hesitated, but the chime sang once more, a question sweet and unhurried, resting on the silence. Drawing her shawl tighter, Ella slipped quietly into the stairwell, letting the door click gently shut behind her. The midnight journey had begun, not towards danger, but toward a puzzle woven from gentle sound and shadowed wonder. Ella's slippers tapped softly on the stairs. Each flight led her deeper into the building's mysterious heart. The storm outside softened, and the hum of the sleeping city faded behind thick brick walls. As she passed each landing, she paused, peering into alcoves draped with laundry and spying the mellow glow of neighbors' lamps. On the first landing, she met Mrs. Corbin's ginger cat, who blinked up at her, then wound between her ankles, purring as if to say, "You are not alone." Ella scratched his head, grateful for a companion, and continued down, the cat trailing like a furry shadow. On the ground floor, the chime grew clearer. The building's foyer mirrored a cathedral in miniature, ornate moulding, shadowed by long-forgotten grandeur. The doors to the night stood tall, glass streaked with rain, framing the ghost of neon city lights beyond. Here, the chime seemed to hover just beneath the thunder, old and patient. But no one waited in the vestibule. Instead, on the worn carpet by the mailboxes lay a tiny brass key, cold as moonlight, etched with a delicate swirling pattern. As she lifted it, something in her chest, half memory, half longing, fluttered softly. By her side, the ginger cat sat, tail curled in approval, as if the discovery made perfect sense. Ella turned the key over in her hands, marveling at the swirling engravings that spiraled like tiny rivers. Holding it, she sensed a gentle warmth, as though the key itself believed she belonged to the night's secret. The storm had eased, and a hush layered itself over the city, broken only by the distant sighs of passing cars. In that quiet, Ella noticed a faint line of light beneath the old supply cupboard beside the stairs, pale and shimmering, a door she would never seen open, with a lock that now gleamed invitingly. Smiling with shy excitement, she knelt and fit the brass key into the keyhole. With a soft click, the door swung inward, releasing the faint scent of cedar and mystery. Inside, the cupboard was much deeper than seemed possible, a narrow corridor unfolding into hidden rooms beyond. Ella, heart gentle with wonder, slid inside. The ginger cat followed, eyes gleaming emerald in the low light. The corridor stretched on, soft pools of blue teal leaking in from cracks in the walls. Each room she peered into was furnished, not for fear, but for comfort and quiet awe. A room lined with gently spinning mobiles, another filled with countless clocks, their tickings blending into a soothing lull. In one, a gentle waterfall played over smooth stones, casting silver ripples across the ceiling. Everywhere, soft shadows whispered secrets and invited Ella to dream with her eyes open. In the heart of the passage, Ella found a peculiar room, a midnight conservatory. Above, a glass-domed ceiling revealed the city rooftops, rain still pattering down in silvery arrows. Ferns and lush plants, their leaves glazed with moisture, glimmered each time the sky flashed faintly. At the room's center stood a circular pool, water dark as velvet, reflecting upside-down towers and lamplight. Across the pool, a bench beckoned, its wooden slats burnished gold in the lantern glow. Ella and the cat entered, surrounded by the hush of growing things, the trickle of water, the subtle pulse of the far-off city. Ella explored softly, her footsteps echoing like fond memories under the glass. The air was cool, carrying a distant scent of jasmine and rain. Resting on the bench, she found a puzzle box, a wooden cube with turning panels engraved just like the brass key. Next to it lay an old note written in gentle looping script. For the finder of the key, may you unlock the midnight's quiet gift, a wish, softly spoken, kept safe till dawn. The cat leapt onto the bench and pressed its head to her side, purring like a tiny engine. Ella spun the panels by lamplight, their clicks echoing in the hushed room. Slowly, the cube unfolded, revealing a small silver bell nestled in velvet. Ella cut the bell, its chime as delicate as the sound that first beckoned her from her room. In this hidden garden of night, water glimmering, rain tapping glass, city lights far away, she closed her eyes and whispered a simple wish, "Let this gentle wonder stay." The cat nestled closer. For one luminous moment, Ella belonged utterly to quiet magic, sheltered from clocks and city cares. When she opened her eyes, the rain had slowed, and a subtle warmth threaded through the conservatory, painting every surface with silver and soft blue gold. After a time, a moment or an hour, for time had softened here, Ella stood, smoothed the note, and tucked the little bell into her pocket. She retraced her steps through the magical passage, each room now touched with a deeper peace, mobiles spinning in slow, sleepy arcs, clocks ticking in gentle harmony, the waters song like a lullaby for the soul. The ginger cat accompanied her, his tail high, silent yet ever present. Reaching the supply cupboard, Ella stepped out softly, closing the secret door with a slow reverence. The key, now warm with memory, she hung on a hook by her own door. Rain still whispered against the glass, the city's sighs returned, familiar and far off. Back in her sanctuary, Ella wrapped herself in her shawl and settled by the lamp once more, the little silver bell nestled in her palm. She glanced at the sleeping city through her rain-splashed window and smiled with quiet awe. Tonight, she had stepped into a midnight secret and returned, changed, not in ways anyone else would see, but deeper, gentler, restored. Rain softened to a lull, and the clock's ticking became a soft symphony of home. The ginger cat leapt onto her lap, and together they listened to the softest chime of the bell. The city outside was still and shadowed, but inside all was calm, safe, and gently alight with secret wonder, a perfect place to rest, to dream, and to drift softly into sleep.